Hey, how's everybody doing? This is Mr. Turner with Mr. Turner's Art Class. Okay, um, I'm actually working at a new school. I'm working at Katherine Johnson. Okay, so we're starting the year fresh. I know it's been everybody's had a rough time with the virus, but I can tell you this: with my art class, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna get a lot of stuff done. You're gonna learn a great deal, and we're starting today with something. Now, this is the thing, okay? Captain Johnson is starting to take flight. I mean, that's our little thing. Uh, you know, we have an airplane theme, so I was thinking to myself, how about we make some origami airplanes? You're probably asking, what's origami? Origami is the art of paper folding. It is a Japanese art that everybody in Japan does. You know, from little kids to up to adults. And I'm involved with origami because most of you should know that I'm a martial artist, and you know, some of my sensei taught some of us just to kind of calm our minds and give us something to do, from time to time, especially when I was a little kid and whatnot. I thought it was fun. I just kept it up. Now, the plane you're about to make, okay, this is another plane. This is more of an advanced plane. This is probably going to be for my middle school kids. Okay, this little F-15. It was designed, the original design for this came from a YouTuber project paper, and I made changes. These fly pretty good, by the way. So if you think you can handle doing this, even though you're elementary kid, I say go to my second video for the middle school kids and you can try it, But this is the one that you're about to do. Okay, now I personally feel like I make the best paper airplanes because my planes will fly and glide through the air. So I'm going to show you what I call my F-16 Fighting Falcon. So you're probably asking, what's an F-16? United States? Bam! That is the F-16. That is beautiful. That is one of the best planes that we've ever designed. Because this thing will cut through the air, I mean, drop bombs, everything. I mean, it's just like it'll have people running for their lives. I mean, this thing is just beautiful. So if you play Call of Duty or something like that, or Battlefield or whatever, or whatever flight simulators, whatever, if you can get that plane, get that plane. All right. But back to this. So I'm going to show you how to design this. What you need for this project. Okay. Obviously, you're going to need a piece of paper, 8.5 by 11. It might help if you have some color pencils, crayons, or color markers. May need some scissors. May not. Alright, but you definitely need this paper. Now, this is going to be real simple. Again, this is if elementary kids, look, check this out. If you do this right, you'll have a plane, it'll fly across the air. Will it be perfect? The first one you design right now, will it be perfect? Probably not. But you're going to practice, and if you need some help, either I can help you, or chances are your parents will be able to help you. Show them this video and have them run through it with you, and you'll have a nice little plane that you can go outside and throw. It will glide through the air. I promise you, it will glide through the air. Now, first thing first, take the paper, fold it in half. Now, these edges here, I want these edges edge to edge. So try to make sure they're even. Try to make sure they're even all the way, left and right, as best you can. And like I said, the first one that you design probably is not going to be your best. It might, but I seriously doubt it. Okay. So you just have it like that, like hot dog, as some of y'all say. Alright, you're going to take this edge right here. I would say just fold it, take this edge, bend this edge here, have it up on here. Make sure it's even. I'm doing this on a... Now, I wouldn't smooth these things out, your creases. I wouldn't smooth them out till you know that you have everything kind of lined up. Once you know where you want stuff, then you can go and just smooth out your creases. But this is a really simple plane, but as simple as it is, I'm telling you, it's going to fly. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Beware of kinks. Kinks in the paper. What's a kink? A kink is when the paper starts kind of folding up and doing some weird stuff, so, and has wrinkles and stuff, so be careful of that. Okay, so we do that. You're going to open it up. Alright, so once you're like this, you're going to take this, bend it. So you're going to take this whole edge right here, bend it to right here, to that center crease. So at this point you should have that. So you went from this, you bent it to that, and it comes all the way down, and you should have probably like that much space. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to take this edge right here. I am going to put it on that center line right there. Actually, what you want to do, just to make your life a lot easier, see those 4 points? I want those kind of even with each other. And what I'm trying to do is get the same amount of space down here. If you see that, space right there on the other side, that space, I want the same amount. It just makes life easier. Now, truthfully, at this point, you really have your plane, but we're going to add one more step. I'm going to I usually will take my planes, and just so I can kind of affect the weight of the plane, which this is going to help it fly better, I'm going to take it, I say about, you have to kind of eyeball this, but I would say 1.5 inches, 2 inches, maybe like probably about from here to here. And like I said, this don't have to be perfect. This is going to be personal preference. You just got to figure out where you want to do this. I'm going to take that, I'm going to fold it down. Then I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to fold it back up. You see, so I folded it down. And then I am going to fold it back up. I have that much space right there. I'm folding it back up. That's what's going to make this kind of weird. I know it looks weird, but I'm telling you, it makes it fly better. So you see how I've done that? Alright, now I am going to take this, and then I am going to fold it in half. Now, this is the important part. The important part about this is how much wing you have. Okay, if a lot of people, when they fold this thing, it's kind of hard to explain, but if they'll fold it, and if you see like this little line right here, they'll have like this much space from here to here, but then they have a small wing. I like to have a big wing. The more wing that you have, the bigger the wing, the better this thing flies. So when I take the paper, I am going to fold it in an angle, and I'm just going to have to show you. No, I want more wing, here to here. So make sure that's good, flat and smooth. Okay, so I do not want this area right here. I'm telling you, I do not want this real big. So you see this vertical line that's running through here. Okay, make sure like this area back here, make sure it's small. Turn it over and do the exact same thing. And you're gonna have to play with this like yourself and adjust it a couple times to get how much wing should you have, because I could have actually made this a little bit bigger, I mean wider with the wing, but this pretty much will fly. Now, okay, the part that you saw, the little tail wing, okay, the one single tail wing, that part's simple. That's where you're gonna need the scissors. I'm gonna cut along this line right here. I'm gonna cut from here, and I'm gonna cut kind of down an angle. Or I can just cut on this line right here, but let me see what would be easy for y'all. Y'all elementary kids. Yeah, let me just cut right here. Cut right there. Cut right there. I would say maybe just like an inch. You don't have to do too much. Now you're going to fold it up. Once you fold, kind of push it up a little bit, close the paper, and just try to make sure that it's even. And fold it back in on it. Fold it back in on itself. Let me show you at the bottom. You see how it's doing that? Just make sure it's nice and even back there. Right there. Make sure it's nice and even. And just pinch it. So you have your little tail, you have your little single tail wing. And I wouldn't leave it up. I would kind of pull it in an angle. Now this is just something else I do to just kind of make sure that the plane catches the air a little bit better. I like to make these little airfoil, little side wings. So take the little edge of the paper right here, from here to here, that little point, bend it. And you can make these as long as you want. I mean, you can come all the way down here. You can take this and come all the way down there. You see how that wing is? I'm bending that. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm trying to be sure it stops about the same distance. I want them to be about the same. So we have, okay, at this point we have our plane. Okay, now I promise you this thing will fly in the air. Oh, parents, if there's any parents helping your kids, if you're worried about this thing right here, like stabbing somebody, I mean, hey, look, I got kids myself. If you throw this thing and this thing hits somebody in the eye, yeah, it'll hurt. So take this part right here, fold that in like that, and then pinch it off so it makes it blunt. Okay, so that's just a little tip on those paper airplanes. Now, the front of the plane is a little bit heavy, so when you throw it, it might want to try to kind of go down early because of the weight. So what you want to do is planes have tail flaps. So I'm going to take my scissors, and you just eyeball this. That means you just kind of do a guesstimate, maybe not even a quarter of an inch, and just do like that. Cut the same amount like over here. I'm just trying to make sure that's the same. I'm gonna do the same thing, make sure it's equal distance. Cut that, come over here, cut that. Now, this right here, you got your tail flaps. Now, this is the trick to flying this plane. If you move the tail flaps up just slightly, just ever so slightly, the plane will continue to fly straight. So instead of kind of the head of the plane bringing it down, it'll kind of stay leveled and it will just glide across the air. You will have to play with these tail flaps to figure out how high you want the plane. If you move the tail flaps all the way up like that, the plane will basically kind of do a barrel roll. Okay, it'll do loops and stuff. So generally I just raise the tail flaps up just a little bit to keep the plane leveled. You can also, if you want to, if your tail wing is big enough, you can also cut some up here. So you can sit here and do that. Like you can make a left and a right motion with the tail flaps. But if you do that, the plane will bank hard to one side or the other depending on which way you do that. Now, most of the time I don't fool with this right here. I don't fool with the wing, but definitely these. But that right here, that, okay, is your F6. That is your F16 Fighting Falcon, okay. And I promise you, this right here is one of the best planes that I can design that can glide across the air, not just be thrown because it's heavy. Okay, this will glide. You're just gonna have to play with it. Play with your design. And like I said, the more wing, the bigger the wing. When you fold this paper, the less space you have right here, that means the more wing you're going to have, the better this thing will fly. And if this is too easy, well, for the elementary kids, I mean, this probably be good enough, but I might have some kids in there that have done this before, or you might be good, pretty good, you know. Go to my other video and try this, and then just let me know. You know. However, if you're having any trouble with this, please contact me. And again, I will say that I know my YouTube channel is open to anybody, so you know I could have people outside my class. I could have just random people from wherever. I mean, if you just need something to do, you know, if you just want to know something about art, I don't mind you looking at my videos and you know learn something. As long as you learn something, you know, and you're at peace, you know, hey, I'm good. That's great. You know, I'm just all about education, helping people out. So, you know, feel free to you know join in on my class. You know, if you have any questions, you know, just ask me and I'll let you know. You know, get your parents involved in this because, you know, hey, you know, do something together. I mean, both y'all could be sitting down here, you and your parents or whoever, you know, making it paper airplanes, and go outside. Go outside and throw it. See how, you know, adjust the tail flaps and see how far you can the plane flies or glides through the air. You know, biggest thing is have fun. I want y'all to have fun this year in art. Okay. I know everything's gonna be virtual for a while, but you know we more than likely will get back in the classroom eventually, and we're just gonna keep it moving from there. You know, so okay, that was my lesson for the day. I hope you enjoy it, and I want all y'all to just take it easy and just have fun creating art. All right, bye.